So today I thought I should talk about a topic that I think is very important, something I wish I could tell my past self, and something I think can really help to guarantee a better life for both you and your cat. So today we're going to talk about what is it really like to have a cat. You might be thinking of getting a cat, and that is wonderful. And while I know you're doing your research and finding out things that you need, I would love for you to watch this video where we will discuss other important things to keep in mind when deciding whether to have a cat or not, or if you already have one and maybe you're struggling with it. This is just things that you should know about having a cat. And I'm going to be completely honest about it because I really wish somebody had told me this. I'm gonna talk about 5 main things. Let's start with the first one. Cats are a full independent being that now lives with you. No, they're not mean and recluse, but also no, they don't take complete care of themselves on their own. The truth really lies something between them depending on the cat. Cats really need attention, love, medical care, distraction, entertainment, food, supervision, cuddles. Like, cats are a whole being that now relies on you completely. It can wait on you. If you maybe are somebody that had cats when you were little and now you're thinking of getting a cat in your adult life, or if you live on your own, please keep in mind that it's really not the same. I also grew up with cats. I had around 5 cats when I was younger. However, owning your own cat, it really waits in a completely different way on you. From now on, you will have to plan a lot. You will have to plan your holidays. What are you going to do with your cat while you're away? How long can you be away? I mean, you should never leave your cat alone fully for days on end. But like, how comfortable are they with being without constant human presence? Even like when you go out at night, now you have to think about, okay, yeah, I'm going to go for drinks, but I also need to feed my cat at some point in the night before it's too late. So all these things, like, I think you become less spontaneous in that sense because you really need to plan a bit around this being that is waiting for you at home. But also at the same time, you will be spontaneous at home because your cat will keep you busy and entertained, trust me. And also, cats really need routine. So you will have to plan in a way that you can somehow be consistent with your time with your cat. When are you going to feed him? When are you going to play with him? That has to remain to some extent consistent. So it really requires you to make space in your schedule for your cat and really try to stick to that. But I'm just saying, like, the first thing to keep in mind is that you really need to think about this carefully and be ready to embrace this being in a way that it will take significant part of your time. This leads me to my second point, which is that cats will annoy the out of you. Like, they will annoy you a lot, and you need to be ready to like internally scream. Cats are really nice. I love cats, and they're hilarious in the way that they annoy you. But at some point, you will be very close to losing it. Like, I want to warn you, it is not an easy ride all the time. Either because they won't let you sleep at night, they will pee everywhere, because they will be noisy or interrupting, they will wreck your furniture, they will break things, they will destroy your plants. Like, you need to be ready for somewhere, somehow, your cat is going to mess with your life. And you need to accept it, because that's what cats do. They are an animal in your household, and so they will do animal things in your household. I remember when I first got my cat, he peed in a corner all the time, and then you had to figure out why this is happening. Or, for example, my cat at the beginning would wake me up at night by like slapping my face. And it was not enjoyable when it's like 2 a.m, and then you're afraid that your cat will like slap you at night, and then you wake up and then there's a scratch on your forehead and everything is confusing and painful. It's really not fun. And then you try to lock your cat out of the room, but then you feel bad because they are alone and they're new in your household, or maybe they are not using the litter box properly. All those things have solutions, but I'm just saying that you need to be ready to be just emotionally distressed because of your cat. Also, cats will emotionally distress you just because of things that they're going through, how much you worry about them, especially at the beginning. And maybe because my cat has a problem with his immune system, it really caused a lot of stress in me. For example, at the beginning, he would compulsively lick his belly out of stress, and it will make his belly be bald, and I would worry constantly about it, and I will try to find ways to make him more comfortable, and I worried extensively about it. Or he still suffers from it, but we have to apply eye drops on his eyes every day, twice a day, and give him a special supplement, because otherwise he would get an infection in his eye. All I wanted to say is that things might happen to your cat and you will be worried about it. You might feel like you're not good enough for your cat, or that you're not doing enough to help him or her or it. And all these things will wait on you, and you should be ready to feel those feelings, to experience that. It does get better. It does get better, trust me. Then my third point is that you will encounter to which extent people don't understand. They will not understand things that you do for your cat. For example, if you say that before going for drinks you have to go home and feed your cat, or if you have to plan for your holidays somebody to come in, like a cat sitter, to take care of your cat once a day or twice a day. All these things people might view differently, either people that have never had cats and think a certain way about them, or people that have cats and they also would push their opinions on you. But remember that besides the vet and some behavioral experts, you know your cat and you know what works for him. It's kind of like, I think this is probably how new parents feel, that everybody has an opinion and you don't know what's the right way because it's the first time you're doing it. So all of this might be a bit confusing and a bit overwhelming. Now, I just want to say that there's a lot of sacrifices to be made for your cat, and that sometimes, especially if things pile up, if for example your cat has an annoying behavior, simultaneously they are having a health issue, and simultaneously people disagree with what you're trying to do to help the situation. Even if all of this piles up, it might feel like a lot, but just know that sacrifices are worth it. Like, you are doing your best to help your cat, and there is a kind of joy that I honestly think only a cat can give you. When they boss you around, simultaneously being the dumbest ball of fur you've ever seen, it's just hilarious. You might be having a terrible day and then they do something very silly or very cute, and then all your worries melt for a second. They are more empathic than people would think. Your cat will likely cuddle you if you're not feeling good, or they will distract you, even if they have to bite your feet. I think the magic of cats is that they really give meaning to the ordinary things in your life, especially in moments of difficulty. When you are stressed and you enter the room and you see your cat just passed out, relaxing, breathing slowly, maybe twitching his ears to the noises of the outside, it really is like recenters you in reality, in the present moment, into maybe what really matters, which is a moment in which you are fine enough that you enter a room and just looked at your cat for 5 minutes. So it put things in perspective, and even though there are difficult things and you have to do a lot of things for your cat, and they probably won't express their thankfulness in a blatant way as maybe other animals would do, just know that there is something special and unique about that, about the way they give back to you. And that's the thing, you will learn about boundaries, about respect, and about giving a lot, and just learning. And this is actually my last point for this video. You will learn a lot and you will adapt. You will learn how to put this tiny creature up in your priority list, how to be patient, how to adapt, how to plan. Because here you are watching this video wondering, honestly, what is it like to have a cat? Am I ready to have a cat, or is the things that I am experiencing with my cat normal? And the thing is, you will find out and you will adapt and you will eventually do what is best for your cat. Sometimes you make the wrong decision, right? But you, as they say, wisely. A friend of mine always repeats that to me, and I think she's very wise. You cannot judge your failures from the past with what you know in the present. Just know that you will be okay. I am happy that you are considering a cat, or if you have one, that you gave this animal an opportunity to share the life with you. I know you're doing your research and doing your homework, so everything will be all right. If I could tell something to myself, it will be this. It will be that it's okay if it's hard. It's okay if you want to cry. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this gave you some insight into what it is really like to have a cat. And also, if you already have one and you go through some difficult times, I hope this brings you some kind of relief, knowing that we share this sorrow of sometimes having a cat. I send you big hugs. Bye bye.